Oh, chat, you know what? Dude, I've been wanting to do this for a while. Chat, feels good to be back in my spot. It's a very interesting week in the gaming world. Marvel Rivals is currently imploding and going on strike for many reasons. It's kind of funny to watch and witness. I'm not going to talk about that though. I just wanted to make a quick note of it, because it'll be important later. Something that's been on my mind recently is two things. But let's start with the first one, because I think the first one's more important. The first one is, I think we've entered a new golden age of Overwatch. Overwatch is potentially right now in the best state it's ever been. And it's not even close. Better than the launch of Overwatch 2. Better than when the PvE missions came out. Dare I say better than Overwatch 1. The only time maybe not is 2016 hype when it first started. Arguably. But in numbers of player-wise, I wonder if it'd be giving it a run for his money. If you aren't unaware, if you're just a random passerby who's clicked or doesn't know what's going on, a bunch of things have changed. So season 16 just started today, or sorry, yesterday. And there's a whole new game mode called Stadium, where you basically do almost like MOBA style, pick perks and build out powers through your character through the entire game. It plays very differently than traditional Overwatch. There's no counter swapping. You just pick your hero at the start of the game, and then you can build with items to make them stronger, doing survival builds or more on your abilities or more on your damage or combination or whatever it might be, and it's a lot of fun. And then the base game added perks. So if you see in the bottom right hand corner of my screen, there's two things above my ammo right now. Those are two perks. One of them makes it so that I only fire one bullet every time I right click. It also can headshot. Every character in the game has 4 perks, 2 minor, 2 major. They also introduced this season hero bans. Hero bans are giving the player the ability to control their own experience. If you don't like playing against Sombra, ban it. If you don't want to play with or against Mercy, I almost said with Mercy because of the discourse that's come around that currently, and I wanted to cover that too, but we'll get there. You can ban Mercy. If you don't want to play against Malga, based by the way, ban Malga, right? So it's given the player the ability to tailor its own experience in a lot of different ways. And so I sit here right now, and I look at the gameplay, and I think to myself, wait a minute, this is a culmination of years of feedback from everyone, from the community, creators, myself included in that, all come together. And here we are with an amazing state of the game. And I don't think many people know about it outside of it. And I'll give you a good example. I made a video on Flash 2 saying I opened up 100 loot boxes. I encourage you to go click on it and go read through some of the comments. Not saying it's all like that, but there are a good amount of people that are like, damn, how much money did you spend? You cannot buy loot boxes in Overwatch. You could technically go to China. I think China can buy loot boxes. So maybe if you like change your account to China somehow. But you cannot buy loot boxes. You earn them by playing the game. And so a lot of people are like, damn, how much did you spend? And one, I don't even think people know that loot boxes are even worth back, because that was one of their biggest talking points for years. One of their biggest hold the flag in the sand, like, I hate this game because they took this away from me, and now it's back. And you know what? It's arguably in just as good, if not a better state than it once was. Some people might want to buy loot boxes. They might want to buy them, but like, regardless though, they're back, right? In a free-to-play game. And so I sit here and I wonder a few things. Number one is if my prediction is still going to come true. If you don't know what my prediction is, I never made like a formal video on it. I've talked about it like here and there, but I made a prediction back in January that in 6 months from now, Rivals was gonna up, and Overwatch, if it continued to do all the good things it was doing and kept being on the path that it's going, would have an influx of curious Rivals players, because they know that they like the hero shooter genre because they've been playing Rivals. And for years, they probably never touched Overwatch because it was, quote, taboo. And now, all of a sudden, all the Overwatch players are acting really happy and look really good over there. And their current game, if they're not enjoying it, they might go give it a go. right now, we're still on track for that prediction. It's still looking pretty damn good. I kind of wish I did make that video now, but I was a little bit afraid of the backlash because it was still like heavy Overwatch and like ultra glazing of Rivals. I've also maybe been playing it a little bit too safe recently. I think I'm gonna probably chill on that. Regardless though, I sit here and I look at it and I go, this is arguably the best state of the game has ever been. Why aren't even more people excited? Why aren't even more people hopping in? Granted, I still think it's gonna take about 2 months. But I guess the question is, what can be better? I've always been the type of person that wants stuff to be better than it is. Even if it's good, why not better? Why not push it further? Why not strive to be better, even if something is good? And I know there's a lot of people that are like that like to say like, shut up and be happy when things are good. But like, why not push it to be even better? So when the time comes 6 months from now, when you're no longer satisfied with the shiny new toy, you have a new shiny new toy that's on the way out, right? Why wait 6 months to discuss the shiny new, the problem, or whatever potential problems could happen, right? And then you have to wait a year for that to change. As opposed to right out of the gate, you get shiny new toy and you're like, okay, this is actually really good, but in the future, we're probably gonna want this, this, and this, right? And that way, the cycle keeps going a little bit quicker and you don't get stuck in those dead periods as much. And for the first time ever in the game itself, I got nothing. I don't have anything I'm like super, like this needs to change. The only thing, and I'm being super nitpicky on this one, is with hero bans, I think that you should be able to ban 4 of a role if you want to. If you want to ban 4 DPS, give it to the player. I'm cool with trying out the version where it's like, you know, 2 max, but there could be small situations where you get to like Havana, right? And you want to ban Sojourn Widow because you have no hit scan player on your team, and the other team starts the ban with, I don't know, Symmetra, right? Because they know you have a Symmetra one trick or something. Well, guess what? Now you can't ban both the hit scan characters because you can only ban 2 DPS or 2 per role. So you could ban Sojourn or Widow, and then you can't ban the other one. Because the way the system works is team 1 bans 1, team 2 bans 2 and 3, team 1 bans 4, right? Or it goes back to the other one. So like small niche things that can be fixed. Is that a major problem though? No. And so I sit here and I'm like, damn, I don't really have anything crazy in the game. I'm like, this needs to be fixed. And so I wonder what bothers other people, if there is anything major at the moment. Maybe balance? But then I just came from Rivals for the last few months where everyone talked about how if everything is broken, nothing is broken, or nothing is, if everything is broken, then nothing's OP. And everyone was saying casual balance is better. And now here we are months later and everyone's like, well, maybe I don't know if that's true. So maybe, I don't know, can we even decide if we like having good balance? I don't know. My only big thing is outside of the game is it's finally time for Blizzard to reach in their pockets and pull out the cinematics. It's time, okay? If you go back to old 2016, back in my day, there was like 3, 4, 5 cinematics a year. Nothing for Overwatch anymore. And I don't mean the lesser quality ones. Nothing, no offense. I'm totally fine if you like the art style. I thought like the Juno cinematic reveal was, in my opinion, not as good as some of the old cinematics.
15.
Just didn't feel, to me, the same standard of quality. Maybe if you're an artist and you have better insight than me, I'll agree to disagree.
Big 20 months.
Regardless though, I think that's one of the things that gets people's attention much more. I'll give you an example. I remember like a year ago, there was a ZZZ character that went omega giga viral called Bernice, right? It was like Bernice or something, right? It was like the fire girl from ZZZ. And you still see people cosplaying as them at conventions, and you still hear the song every once in a while on a random TikTok, and it was everywhere for like 3 months. There is an emote in my chat that I'm currently looking at that has her. I'm terrified, I forgot that still existed. Regardless though, really those small things, like the character itself, its design is not what got people's attention. It was the music video that went with it. The design, the music video, all getting pulled into one. Overwatch could do that. It has the characters. It has the technology. It just doesn't have the content. It's not put out. Like they don't make it, right? Like they can't, the structure is there, the base is there, right? But like actually making the cinematics and actually making all of the footage, It's currently not there. I think if Overwatch wants to go to the next level, that's probably what it's got to do. Other smaller things, if I had to say anything, would probably be like the ability to buy old battle passes, where if you wanted to buy an old battle pass and let them complete it, like if someone buys a battle pass, let them complete it whenever. Granted, Overwatch's battle pass system is pretty forgiving in being able to complete the entire thing by the end of the season. But like, why not, right? I think that would go pretty far in terms of good faith with your community. With that being said, though, it's weird. It's weird to not have. It's not weird to have a whole lot of like, oh, like this is a big issue. There isn't really any big ones at the moment. You know what I mean? I think that's pretty good. Yeah, there's some small ones like Malga if he's OP. Well, yeah, Malga meta sucks, and certain characters design-wise are not that fun. But I'm confident they'll figure that out in the long run. I'm actually confident they'll figure it out. Now, remember at the beginning I said there was 2 things that I wanted to talk about? The other one isn't as important. The other one's not important because it kind of relates to me, but I don't think it relates to just me. And so I want to put it out there. Just as a feeler. Not saying anything in stone, I'm just curious. I think everyone and their mom who's affiliated with Overwatch or knows the Overwatch community understands the excitement happening right now and understands the good. I've even seen people saying, holy shit, thank you, Rivals. Rivals is the best thing that could have ever happened to Overwatch. By the way, someone said that back in December, and I got crucified for that. But anyways, they would say it was the best thing ever because it pushed Overwatch to be the next level game that it always should have been. God damn it, that's a goddamn good thing. But there is something else. I know it's exciting. I know it's amazing. I know it's good. But I don't have the same level of hype that I had like launch Overwatch 2. I don't have the same level of holy this is amazing as when the PvE missions were actually going to come out. We were going to actually get to try them, right? Even though they ended up being terrible, right? I don't know if it's burnout. I don't know if it's just exhaustion of all the years that it took to get to this point. I don't think I'm the only one either. I've seen that sentiment in a lot of places where, you know in your head that it's amazing and everything is great. But in your heart, you just don't have it, you know? You're just like, yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, it's great, but you want it to be even, you want to feel it as if it's amazing. But everyone kind of just, it's almost like it's almost like you're trying to perform a self-fulfilling prophecy by saying everything is really good.
I want to see and
everything is amazing. It's just a really weird feeling. And I saw some tweets about it the other night, and I was like, damn, dude, I kind of relate to that a lot. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe part of it is like, I feel like I did my job in a lot of ways, like for years, talking about the issues, talking about the goods, talking about the bads of Overwatch, and like how do we get to like a state where we're actually, where things are good. Like how do we get there, and like helping be a part of that process. And now that we're here, it's like
a whole year of flats.
Okay, we did it.
Just a matter of
we did it. We got it. We got the thing we wanted. We got the things we wanted. Maybe some good cinematics would fix that, but I don't know. I wonder if it's just, I don't know if it's just me. I hope it's just me, but I wonder if there's many others that feel the same way, because I've seen people talk about it, creators and non-creators alike. So I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this. I hope I don't get in trouble. But I got asked not that long ago by people from Overwatch why I don't really make videos talking about like previous seasons or talk about like what could be improved or whatnot. And my answer to them was I was like, you should be happy. I don't have anything I'm like upset about, I guess. It's like everything looks pretty good, and I know that you guys are doing good jobs. I guess like the concern was maybe like, are you tired of it? I don't think so. It's just more of like, damn, we kind of got here. Now what? So I hope it keeps continuing the way it's going. And I wonder, for anyone that actually makes it to the end, because this will probably end up on YouTube, whoever makes it to the end, I'm curious. If you're like just a random passerby, you're not actually an Overwatch person, you're not actually like part of this game, like what keeps you from playing it? What keeps you from ever trying it? Or whatever keeps you from getting into it? Is it 2 or 3 year old rhetoric? Is it the dauntingness of starting a game 8 years behind? Is it that hero shooters are starting for you? Is it the reputation of Blizzard? What is it? I don't want to know.